is the one and only Tiago EV. Of course, it is missing the cruise control. It's missing the cruise control, so definitely we can do our magic here. So friends, it's finally done. Tiago EV is now officially powered by NexCruise. Hi there friends, once again from Team AHA, and this time we bring to you a thing which many of you have been waiting for. NexCruise now works with Tiago EV. Okay, so if you want to go for it, we also have something special in store for you. For the early adopters of the NexCruise for Tiago EV, we will be offering a special something, but that will happen on the coming Wednesday, which is 21st of June 2023. Please stay tuned for the 5 p.m. video on the 21st of June. But today though, I'm going to talk about a few things. Number one, when I first got to drive the Tiago EV, what were the very first reactions? I captured them and stored it for this day. And secondly, there were some initial thoughts, what went into making of the NexCruise for Tiago EV. So this video is here to share all of that, and please stay tuned. If you want to order the NexCruise for Tiago EV, Wednesday 21st June is the day, and we are going to keep you posted. So let's proceed. Hello my dear EV community friends, after a very long time I am back again in a video sitting inside an EV, and guess what I'm sitting inside of is the one and only Tiago EV. And well, so I've got my hands on this car. This is actually my cousin sister got this car for herself, and I'm loving it. I'm just having just a test drive right now, and it's as good as I could ask or I could imagine. Great EV for ladies, for girls. It could have been. It is like the perfect small car, and it is like very budget friendly. The price point is what we dreamt of at one point of time, and it is like for a city car. It is internal, point A to point B communication. It is, I mean, I don't have words what more to ask for from an EV in such a great budget with really reasonable good features even for an entry level car. So now let's come to the essentials. First, understand the EV and what we can do over and above what is already there. So first of all, the most interesting thing, okay, I just reset the trip meter and it is going at a beautiful 98 watt-hour per kilometer, and it is actually very power efficient, and that's the reason why only at 24 kilowatt-hour battery it can give you a range in excess of 300 kilometers on paper at least, and let's see what more we can do about it. But anyway, the efficiency is like a mind-boggling, like it is comfortably 10 to 15% more than the Nexon EV. Then the second interesting thing is it's got an adjustable regenerative braking, and the switches are right here, and this was direly missing in the first generation Nexon EV. And even after the Prime software update, this is still a clumsy feature in Nexon EV, while in Tiago EV they got it right from the get-go, and it is right, the buttons are right there for you. And this is a relatively very new car. It's 600 kilometers, and you can see like how mind-bogglingly efficient this is. I could never imagine to touch 89 watt-hour per kilometer with the Nexon EV, even with whatever tricks I want to engage, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a magical thing. And then it's got really cute interiors, very quaint. I would say quaint would be the right word. It's got an old school style key which you can actually twist to virtually crank the virtual engine. And now let me speak something about the power delivery. As in the D mode, when I accelerate, It is quite responsive, it is really responsive, but it is not over the top responsive. It's good actually. And then the sports mode is also sporty, and I would say the sports mode for this car is equal to the D mode of the Nexon EV, because it gives the feeling of an EV only when you actually engage the sports mode. But for the car and the range and the entire package, it's a very, very sensible car. I would go for it any day. Even if I have to drive it instead of my Nexon EV, this is a no-brainer. It's actually beautiful. Now let us talk about what we can do. Given this really good car, really a top-notch package, of course it is missing the cruise control. It's missing the cruise control, so definitely we can do our magic here. And then speaking of the NexCruise for Nexon EV, let me compare. So now that the region modes are right here and so handily available, the coast mode doesn't seem to make practical sense. In NexCruise for Nexon EV, the coast mode basically temporarily switches off the regenerative braking as soon as you press the brake pedal. It turns on the regenerative braking as soon as you tap on the brake pedal, and it stays on till you press the accelerator. So, but here it's actually, although it will be a different feature, but here it is not going to make practical sense. It will be like, an unnecessary feature, because the pain point for highway driving with the EVs is that when you are forced to use the regenerative braking, it decreases the range of the car. So here you have the option of simply turning off the regen. So yeah, coast mode is not needed. Then the eco and the deep eco modes. So definitely there is the space for the deep eco, so it will definitely help in conserving the range of the car, the battery of the car. So yes, here we are going to call it the eco mode, because the dial lacks an eco button. So yes, we are going to give this car an eco mode, which is going to reduce the acceleration even further, less than the drive mode, and then it is going to increase the range of the car. So yes, we are going to have an eco mode. And then the NexCruise for ICE has got a feature. It gives like eco and sports modes to all cars, to any car that you install it in. So here is there the scope for a sports mode from the NexCruise. Well, it looks like we are going to give it, because although it has the sports mode, but the NexCruise is going to add more to it, because it's going to increase the throttle response. It's going to make it way more zippier than what this is already, and it is going to help in navigating the street traffic, the start and stop traffic. So yes, let's give it the sports mode. Boy, but look at this baby go. Like, it is averaging 91 watt-hour per kilometer. And to put it in perspective, the same route my Nexon EV, it never manages less than 120 watt-hour per kilometer, even at the speeds that I'm driving. Right now I'm driving slower because this video is going on, so I'm not really zipping it through, but 91 coming so easy, it's lovely, it's excellent. This car is going to do magic. So if I have to guess, after we put NexCruise in this, we are going to easily exceed 300 kilometers in a single charge, because this car can bloody do it. It's lovely. So this is it. What else? Then of course NexCruise is going to give it the regular features like the speed limiter feature and the dashboard and the OTA update feature. So all of that the NexCruise is going to give it. Okay, so now let's roll with it. Let's see and let's get going. So friends, it's finally done. Tiago EV is now officially powered by NexCruise. So this is how it is sitting the dial right now, and I am cruising and my feet are off the accelerator pedal, and we can expect really good numbers now out of it. And whatever we talked about in the first part of the video, the Tiago EV now has all of that. And so just to summarize, it now has an eco mode and a sports mode, or let me call that a super sports mode, and then of course the cruise control and cruise resume and the dial driving. And then if you know, it is now going to put its smartness into helping you conserve the battery of your Tiago EV while you're driving it. So well, this is it. I think from, at least from my side, this is all that I must say at this point. And then we will now start listening to the customers and the users and the first owners, and now we hope to feed you with all sorts of informations and FAQs and everything that you might have about the NexCruise for Tiago EV. So this is it from AHA at the moment. Goodbye from us.